Everything is breaking.
We go live on Mondays.
Just wait.
If you can watch us.
No. Stop. It died.
Just you wait.
So critical.
Exactly.
Many viewers.
That's it. We took down YouTube.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we're so popular.
Oh man, 3 watchers, yes.
If it keeps not working to stream, if just record works, we could just do that and say fuck it and upload it later in the week.
We might be live. I don't know. Keep talking about yourselves. Talk about personal.
I see us.
Are we actually moving?
Yeah.
We're real? We're animated?
No, Mike's still
Mike
there.
just got
On
it.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we're so popular. Mike got
That's
up.
fine.
It's
That means
going
we
the
were
whole time.
live. So
Oh man, 3 watchers, yes.
If it keeps not working to
the
stream,
original.
if
How's
just
your rash?
record works, we could just do that and say fuck it and upload it.
hello
later in the
and
week.
welcome back. Pull up a chair and join us in the Alcove here after a bit of an extended break with episode 47 of our homebrewed 5th edition D&D campaign, the
Oh,
Chaoslands.
I see us.
As always, before we start, we have
Are
a
we
handful of
actually
quick
moving?
announcements, so let's go
Yeah.
through
We're
those.
real? We're
We
animated?
go live on
still
Mondays
there.
at 7:30
Yeah.
on YouTube, with VODs available immediately after the stream ends.
Kind of.
You can subscribe to the channel down below to get a notification whenever we're about to go live. We go while you're following us on the streaming platform. You'll also find links to all of our social media accounts, our Twitter or Threads or Instagram or TikTok, all of those.
Yep.
Go ahead and follow those for all the latest news and schedule updates, as well as awesome character art, profiles, and other fun things. Also, a big shout out to Syrinscape, because epic games need epic sound. Syrinscape is a digital app with a collection of amazing sound sets and music that we use to improve the ambiance of our game and stream. If you're looking for a way to improve the immersion at your RPG table, go check them out at Syrinscape.com.
I don't know if we got it.
This is a big moment here.
I look really dark in that.
Mike's not even.
You say that every week, and it will never change until we get a new camera.
I need to get like just a front-mounted light that just goes on
If
top
you
of
can get-
my
if you can get a light
screen.
that can go
It just
there.
shines
Yeah,
right
it'll
in my
work.
face the entire time.
The distance is way too far for your light.
Oh, it'd just be like overexposed. Right.
Yeah.
I can turn the brightness of my laptop up to make it brighter. That works too. Anyways, we also occasionally use music from Critical Role. Critical Role's Welcome to Taldore and Welcome to Wildmount collection albums, as well as some royalty-free music courtesy of Riot Games. Links to those can also be found below. Alright, guys. That's it.
I think so.
We're done here. Let's go home.
We're ready.
Yeah.
That's all the announcements. Let's begin our dive into the Chaos.
That's gonna get us flagged.
And we're doing it.
Cars is coming after us.
You can do that though. Fourth button. There we go. Technical difficulty.
The Iron Will, having helped restore power to the arcane magitech city of Schema, quelling both the rising unrest among the citizens and the growing ambitions of various factions in the city, discovered strange ancient ruins deep within the city, and did battle with a threat thought long forgotten, protecting the city. How many times have I said the word city in this? Jesus. From the
the city
terrible
below the
onslaught
city.
of Kartak, a
city
blue
center.
dragon seemingly trapped in a parallel dimension.
Of the city.
However, returning from this dimension proved costly, as it
It's
required
also city.
as it required the sacrifice of one of their former enemy turned ally, Ezekiel Miralar, in order to help even some of you make it back alive.
Out of the city.
As you emerged from the plane into a fading storm of red lightning, you found yourself in the frigid wilderness of the Frostfang Woods,
Outside of the city.
and discovered that, unprotected by the primer crystals that Miralar had given you, the big one, Artificer of Schema,
No.
was lost due to the strange time-manipulating chaos energy of the Rift.
But maybe not.
His body drained by the chaos energy that resulted in his death led to the temporal magic of the Rift, causing his death to have occurred weeks prior to his arrival, and thus unable to be revived by Kalthir's divine magic. Coming to terms with what had transpired, you found yourselves lost and unsure of where to find safety or what to do next, and were approached in the woods by an old furbolg in the guise of a giant direwolf. He introduced himself as
Elmir of the Green Marsh Grove.
offering refuge and shelter at his home, a few hours away into the woods. With no better options, you all followed and traveled via elk sled through the dark and foreboding Frostfang woodlands into a small region rife with geothermal activity.
Isn't that French?
Elmer led
Don't
you
know.
to the Green
Yeah,
Moss
Franklin.
Grove,
I don't know.
Franklin.
a small clearing in the woods where he has built a small but comfortable home within the trunk of a tree, and he lives with his friends, the woodland animals.
And the Raven. Or Crow.
After what had been an
Timothy the
incredibly
Bird.
long day of travel
Invisible.
that began when you descended into the ruins beneath the Mushroom Lounge, traveling through the darkness of these ruins for what felt like hours as you lost track of time, the discoveries you made within the creation workshop, traveling through the rift to fight Karthak, and arriving in this strange new woods. Each of you running on fumes fell exhausted into your bedrolls, scattered across the grove, and quickly fell asleep.
Long rest?
Not quite yet.
Oh, no.
Wow.
The dragon still has to attack us first.
Yeah.
Calther, you had done something
I did.
towards the end of the last
You
session.
didn't tell us what you did.
What'd you do?
Oh.
What'd you do?
It's
Private.
He went over to
Here's
the
the
big one's
response
body.
that you got.
I didn't say
You're just lying to me. Culture showing strong culture.
You know that scene of like Voldemort feeding on the unicorn in
Yeah.
the forest?
You're like, guys, we can still revive him. You're like,
Yeah. How do you think I stay so youthful?
As you were sitting there, I'm assuming you're the first one keeping watch.
Yeah.
you don't need to keep watch.
As the rest of you fall asleep, Astra, you have a little bit of difficulty falling asleep just because of this pounding headache that's been in your head ever since you left from these rifts. Timon has no trouble falling asleep.
No, I took a puff of the whatever pipe it was, and
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's what we're puffing.
immediately.
Beginner.
We had the ale as well, right?
I think I did.
I gave you some sort of drink. I
Yeah.
wouldn't call it ale necessarily.
Oh, no.
It was a mushroom.
My last
Concoction.
note literally says, "I take a puff of his special pipe and collapse."
Correct.
That's my last note from last episode.
Yep.
Arkman, you
I
felt cold. You felt colder than you'd felt in a long time, despite the woods. Well, the woods are cold, but you were in a warmer, more relaxed part of the woods, the Embermire Glade. But you still felt cold. You felt freezing cold as you fell asleep in your bedroll, shivering. Turn to the west. You have a dream. You feel cold.
That's weird.
Freezing cold.
In the city.
You look down and you see yourself standing on snow-covered ice. You look around, and behind you is a massive glacier of solid ice that stretches as far as you can see. Taller than anything you've ever witnessed. You turn back around, looking to see any change in scenery, and you notice in front of you, kneeling on the ground, the wingless figure of Ezekiel Miramar, kneeling, prepared to have his life ended. You reach down, you manifest your psychic daggers, and you swing with them at Ezekiel to end his miserable existence, as he had asked. But unlike what you're familiar with, they connect. They cut through the flesh instead of piercing them and affecting purely the mind, and spatter blood across the pristine white snow. You swing with your other hand and cut across his chest, again making solid contact, the blood dripping to the ground. You feel a smile creeping up your face, until it becomes a full-blown maniacal laughter as you swing again and again and again until the ground around you is bathed crimson. The same color as your blades, no longer the purple that you're used to. Covered in divine blood, for the first time you notice how warm it is. From behind you, you hear a low laugh. You're not sure whether it's just the echoes of your own laughter across this glacier, or something else entirely. It fades to black, and you sleep. Calter,
It's a normal dream.
It's a wet dream.
with your perception, since you're keeping watch, you would have noticed Arkmir tossing and turning, and you couldn't help but notice the wide grin spread across his face.
Yeah. Damn, Arkman, what
Is that a little tent being pitched?
Not in the
Take
green
note of that
marshmallow.
right now. Just It's like, God damn it.
The night continues. Is there anything you would like to do as you're keeping watch?
No, I think mostly just, again, kind of writing down what's happened, kind of almost stuck in thought a bit about like why didn't it work? How come I wasn't able to help him? Yeah, just quietly kind of sitting there, observant and kind of like half in my head and half looking around.
Cool. Roll a perception check for me.
Still at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Don't you usually have advantage on perception?
No.
Oh.
I have really high perception
Yeah.
and really high passive, but not advantage.
The night seems peaceful and quiet, and there isn't much happening around you. Occasionally, sometimes you'll notice a squirrel or some other woodland creature hop out, run across, dive into the bushes across from you. You don't notice anything immediately out of place, and perhaps it's just because of how tired and exhausted you are after this
Definitely
long,
exhausted.
gruesome day or grueling day. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Your watch nears its end. Would you like to wake up? If you want to stir.
So I think he would have tried to let everybody rest for the 8 hours and not, or whatever the time is, such that I just leave enough time to do my trance at the end. And so yeah, push through. If that means that he's doing 2 watches, I think he's gonna do that.
I think overall, within the span of like the 12 hours, everyone will be able to rest. So you can wake up someone towards the end of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Go into your trance.
Probably going to.
After a little bit of time, you do notice that the smile has faded from
I
his
assume
face.
so, yeah.
He's not just simply grinning through it the
whole
entire
time.
night.
Yeah.
After a few
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. He's done. Then yeah, I would probably wake up Arkmir.
All the spiders.
Cut that out.
Arkmir, you come to.
Yeah.
You still have.
You come also.
You waken. You have a recollection of this dream, but you also remember, honestly, one of the best sleeps you ever had. You feel warm, cozy, and comfortable. You feel great.
Sleep well.
Honestly, I don't know what it is about this place, but it's good.
Damn right.
It's good for us.
Appears Almer has made quite a cozy little environment here. So it's good. I think everyone was due for some rest.
It's either that or this hole in the pipe Elmir handed me. I'm gonna need more of this.
We call it roofies.
Smoking roofies.
Honestly, I didn't really notice anything out of the ordinary while watching. I mean, maybe it's just this place is so tucked away from everything else, but all pretty content. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go rest.
No, not at all. Just think, I guess, with the big one. Do you think that we'll be able to bring him back?
I honestly don't know. I thought I was going to be able to, but it appears we're a bit out of our depths here. But I have faith in Linvari, and
she believes there is a way. So I'm holding on to that for now. Anyways, we'll talk again shortly.
Yep.
And I'll go over and sit down somewhat close to where we've laid the big one down. Go into my trance, and also kind of like I normally do, pay attention to my surroundings as well, of what I've been known to see while in the trance, and specifically kind of just thinking about while running through it, is like the light still there with the big one, and do I notice any difference in any of us, and is there another presence there now, specifically thinking about Elmer if he awakens and is around me during this time.
You don't see anything from Elmer, like you don't see Elmer initially. The light and the constellation style pattern that you're used to seeing amongst your allies, in particularly Astra and Timon, because you have been traveling together. The pattern is no longer visible on the big one. The big one, you
But
do not
there's
notice
it.
anything. There still is.
Okay.
You focus momentarily. You see a faint glimmer of something there, like where you used to see this like skeletal shape of the big one. Just in the very center of it, there's like a small, faint, almost like light about to go out kind of thing, like a candle that's about to burn out.
Yeah.
Very faint, same pale white light that you're used to. There's still something there, but not what you're used to. Arkman, you're keeping watch. Roll a perception check.
I was gonna say, well, Calthair's in a trance. If I just like dance around him and everything, is he just seeing this but staying still?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm moving.
actually.
Yeah.
What is this one? Perception? I had 14.
You don't notice anything immediately approaching you as the sun begins to rise off in the distance and the woods begin to get a little bit brighter. The canopy is still thick and fairly dark overall. With your boots, you climb up a tree to get a better view of your surroundings. You do notice off in the distance, far to your northeast, in the woods, black clouds forming above. Not close to you, per se, but they are forming.
Like red lightning black clouds?
Dark black clouds that are growing at an unnatural pace. Not a normal storm.
Do they look like they're coming towards us?
No, they're quite a ways distance away.
Oh, okay.
The woods stretch on for quite a while. But just getting over like portions of the tree line, you do notice that up in the sky. Hard not to notice.
Okay.
Is this the last part of their watch?
Yes. So you would be waking up.
Yeah,
early
so
in
I
the
would
woods.
have the old man early morning.
Mhm.
So I'd wake up well before normal hours. And I just want to get noticing that when they arrived, especially the people without like proper wear, that they're probably shivering a little bit. So I would be up early making breakfast and getting little leather tunics ready for each of them and folding them up and putting them in front of their little breakfast plates.
Very exciting.
Just getting everything nice and ready for the morning.
I mean, you would know this as Elmer kind of emerges from his hut to grab supplies and like leather, or like
You probably
pieces
see a bunch of
them
birds helping
heading
me.
back inside.
Carrying things over.
Snow White style.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does he react when he sees?
I just see him
time
just
naked
doing all that
butcher?
stuff.
Fits in well.
Oh, he sleeps in the full nude.
Can I give you a handout?
Oh, don't you sneak up on me! Oh, keep your voice down. There's people sleeping. How did you sleep?
It's great, to be honest. Do you have more of this, whatever was in here?
Oh, you're not ready for that one, but maybe later. I'm just making you all some breakfast, and I've got you a nice, and I'll grab one of the leather tunics. I fashioned this for you so you can be nice and warm. It gets pretty cold in these parts of the world.
I'll hand you the tunic.
Thank you.
Oh, it doesn't quite fit, but you'll be all right. Just making some breakfast. Got some eggs and some meat here and some other veggies and fruits. Please, if you have things to do, don't keep me from you.
And I'll just turn around and start cooking again.
I'm just gonna look at what the birds are doing there. They're trying to set up stuff. Then I'm just gonna
You see them like land out. I'm just like,
Oh, you're right. I need to do that.
try
I'm
to
just talking with them.
grab something out of from them. Try to put it down the table. I'm helping.
Yes.
A short while later, time in Astro, you wake up as well. Or Arkmir, is there something you wanted to do with her?
Actually, I was gonna say, Elmir,
Her.
I climbed up a tree just a minute ago and I saw little black clouds in the distance. Is that normal around here?
Well, it doesn't happen all the time, but there's certainly some dangerous storms that come through here. But not to worry, we're perfectly safe here.
You've never had the storm right here?
Oh, many times, but like I said, for some reason, the Green Moss Grove is very safe. Just don't be outside when the storm hits, and everything should be fine.
Thank you.
Timon and Astra, you're the first ones to wake up as Keltir is still in his meditation. Arkmir and Elmer are working on breakfast. You both wake up at about roughly the same time.
It just looks like the Denny's Grand Slam. Breakfast of Champions, yeah.
Astra's gonna start casting Find Familiar to get Hoku back. It takes an hour.
You're gonna miss breakfast!
What does the ritual look like as you're setting up to do this?
I remember, like, big one, you made, like, a little...
Pot.
Like-
Piss pot.
A piss pot. And then we needed... I know that we got lots of this last time, so charcoal, incense, herbs, consumed in a fire. So I'm just going to be sitting cross-legged on the floor, putting everything together into my little piss pot.
Setting an indoor fire.
You sit down, you set up this like ritual pile, you begin to meditate, and all of you can kind of notice some faint wisps of like energy fluttering off of her, out of her eyes, the strange like purplish white sparkles.
What kind of demonic stuff is she doing out there?
Oh wait, long rest is finished now?
Yes.
Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers. How many exhausted levels are you still?
And she's just sitting there under her breath, probably mumbling to herself, talking to herself.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Sometimes she'll stop and just knock a few times on the pot. Knock, knock. And she doesn't even know that she's doing all of this stuff.
I swear that one of yours is kind of crazy out there. I've never seen anything like it.
Timon, is there anything you want to do as you wake up before?
Oh, dragon! What are we?
Oh, good morning, young sir. I must say your butt shines beautifully in the night. I have some clothes for you.
Thank you.
Breakfast is almost ready.
Breakfast. I could use breakfast. Oh.
Hand
What's
you a cloak as
the
well.
big?
I'm not up yet. Just place it over me.
There you go.
Diamond halfway says Big One's name before it comes back to him. Just quiet. Puts his trousers back.
You look around and you can see Astra focused on like this arcane magic. Kalthir's still in his normal trance. Arkmir's helping Elmer put together the breakfast. And feels peaceful.
apart from the dead body in the living room, but
But he
Are
looks so
those
peaceful.
teeth marks on his throat?
He's got blood dripping out.
What happened?
So you wake up shortly after Kelthir. You also come to your transcending. You did notice as Elmer came out and was walking about, there was no constellation of lights.
The woods. Yeah. Rustling forest.
Well, you all look like you could use a bite to eat. Please dig in. There's lots to go around.
You see like little birds like pick up napkins and drop them off to each of you.
I made this special brew. You'll really like this one.
Oh, I'll
Pour
take
you each a
that.
cup.
So I hope you all got some rest. You all look like, a bit crap, to put it lightly, but you're getting better. Please tell me, what is your plans for the next couple of days? Obviously, the big fella here needs some time, but
can you let me know when my potion would be done?
It'll be a while.
Okay.
Because you
So
started
I'm not
when
gonna-
you woke up, and it'll be
Yeah.
about an hour or so.
Okay.
Good question. What are we doing? We're not close to anywhere, and
I
who
don't
do we
mean
even ask for help?
I don't mean to be rude, but like you said, you are a pretty long distance from any of the closest civilizations. So, in order to travel there, you'll need your strength. You're in no shape to go traveling there. As my friend saw, there is storms about.
What?
Oh,
Sorry, I just completely forgot, but there's just black clouds in the distance, one up Glen Tree, but according to Elmir, this seems to happen just occasionally, but we're safe here.
How far away was it though?
It's just northeast. How far was it?
Make either a survival check or perception check. Actually, probably a survival check.
Damn it. 16.
It would probably be like 2 or 3 hours, like through the woods.
2 to 3 hours.
oh, so quite far away.
So I put out word last evening. I sent a message to Teddy
Oh.
to see if he would be able to help us in any way.
Oh, the bears around here can't help you.
Sorry, I keep forgetting you're not on the same page as us.
Oh, Teddy, he's a
there-
good young little cub.
Very kind way.
A man named Theodore. No, is it?
Yeah.
Is that what it's short for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Short Teddy.
Oh.
That we know.
Weird.
Honestly, I messaged him because if anyone could get here quickly, it may be him. We know he's able to travel, at least in some manner, through the storms. If he's able to bring help, he may come through that storm, potentially.
He didn't reply.
He replied and effectively said he can't make a guarantee, but he would look into it.
Why are you all entering the storms? That seems like a really stupid idea.
I don't think we're going to enter the storm again. That would probably be unwise. But we could at least get close to it and potentially see if he's coming through or not.
Oh, well, the storms pass over here all the time. All you have to do is wait.
I mean, if it's in passing,
This is the first time you've heard of people traveling through the storm.
Hey, they're crazy. I know.
He's like a bird. Rafay is a bird. Rafay is a
It's a
bird.
bird, you know. Forget it.
Rafay's Timothy.
Yeah. Yeah. We can't hear it, but he can.
Exactly.
I also
So I
Exactly. He's crazy.
I also used one of Clanko's letters to send word to Lyra. I think that's where I sent it to.
Yep.
Yes. To inform her of the situation. I don't know if her or any of her contacts would be able to make it this far in a short manner. I can potentially also reach out to Half Step. Maybe someone in her position would be able to ask for help? Someone who may be able to get out here? I know there are people who are capable of traveling far distances. It's quite powerful magic. I don't know if she's an acquaintance of any of them, and let alone anyone who would be able to potentially help our friend.
Do you think Sparkeye can help?
I don't know if he'd be able to help any more than Half Step. I think if she felt like he would help, she'd probably go to him.
I don't mean to interject in a situation that's clearly not my business, but you keep saying people come here. But what is your... Are you trying to get back home, or where are you trying to go?
I can't speak for the group, but right now my main concern is helping him.
Oh, yes. Well, there's certainly strong folks out in Icefall or Sylvia that could possibly help the big fella here, but there's also some magic in these woods that might be able to help in some way. Although they're pretty crazy, and I wouldn't recommend going there.
It's at this point that you notice a loud puff of smoke from the cauldron that Astra's sitting in front of. It's this purplish white smoke that just emanates from it. Astra stops going, and sitting on top of this cauldron is a small pseudo-dragon.
Oh, Hoku!
Hoku.
I just heard you say it. I thought I'd be funny. What in the name is that?
It's Hoku.
Oh, Hoku!
It's okay. He's fine. He's a good boy.
He's so cute. Oh, Timothy, go look and make friends.
Gunther, can you make a perception check for me right now?
It's not with disadvantage.
Hey, 25.
Ooh, send you a message.
Whoa.
Did you lose your disadvantage? Yeah. So wait, you're at what? Exhaustion? None? Anybody else? I know you're at 2. You good?
What are you at?
0.
You're 0.
Ooh,
Finally, I've only been exhausted for like 6 sessions.
that's not bad.
I think he has you beat on total sessions though.
Oh, for sure.
He's been 5 twice.
Yeah.
Or 4 and
That's
5
rough.
or whatever.
Yeah.
5 twice, right?
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
The first time hit me extra hard,
Yeah.
and then
Did I get any levels of
first
exhaustion?
time was.
I don't think you did because you had the shard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah,
just
it was-
protected
you
it.
both had the shards, but he was exhausted from before. And then I died, and he got 5.
Did.
But I got a headache.
You got a
You
headache.
did get a
That
headache.
is that is
That's
tough.
pretty bad.
But that's
Yeah.
a normal thing.
That is tough.
I actually have a headache right now. So it's kidding.
Oh no. Do you need an apple?
Is there Advil?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Tom?
I can make you some brew.
See, Almayer can break the 4th wall. That's what you don't understand. He's so crazy he can hear the 4th wall.
What, 4th wall, old man?
What? I'm just talking to my bird.
Do the birds ever
I had to
respond?
write down my animals' names or I'd forget what they are.
You, Mike?
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Elmer just has like a board.
No, he has a tattoo on his arm. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
yeah.
It even
It
says,
just has his own name.
yeah, it says Almayer of the Green Moss Grove.
Elmer.
Don't. This one. This is the stronger one.
Not sponsored by
It's
drugs.
like Oxy or something.
No.
Oh, those go to my drinks.
Oh, it's ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like 600 mils versus like regular.
Thank you.
Sponsored by drugs.
Thank
That was
you.
Tylenol. Yeah.
I expected that. Alyssa was just
All of them.
Here's one back for you.
Yeah, the one I take out. You can keep that one. Thank you.
Astra, how's Hoku?
How are you, Hoku?
Oh, he says he's doing well.
Is that, do I, what?
He missed you too.
Aww, he does get it.
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know what
jumps onto your shoulder and like, curls around.
Is he considered an animal?
No.
Familiar. Hoku, I've got some bad news, buddy. Big one's dead.
He's like, yes.
Fuck
Finally!
We don't know what to do. Do you have any ideas how we can bring him back?
You get a telepathic vision in your head that shows the tower.
No
Tower.
travel.
The tower that you.
Oh, the tower.
Did you say towel?
No,
The
I.
towel.
Oh, yeah, the towel.
I
What?
The tower.
No,
I
I
would
heard
love-
town.
Oh, I thought
Tower.
There's purple, black clouds in the sky.
it's just like a beach towel.
I can't wait
Okay.
for the magical tower to show up now. With dragons first, that's done.
Yeah.
Well, it would seem like you're waiting for some help, and I don't want to be too much of a burden, but there's some things that we can do around here while you rest. I have some things to take care of, but I mean, I would certainly help you get somewhere if that's what you're looking for.
I think we should get to my home.
Where's your home?
North.
North?
Yeah.
What is the north?
It's where my home is. It's where the tower is.
What tower?
Do I know of a tower?
You know what a tower is?
Do I know of the tower that she speaks of? A tower that's north?
Make
or
a history
north?
check.
North or north, specifically? 15.
I mean, the city of Icefall has many towers.
I know the
It's
tower!
It's
know
about
the tower?
northeasterly of here.
I've
sure.
been there many times. Not for a long time, but. Oh, the tower in the north!
This guy's crazy.
How dare you!
Oh, his hearing is good though.
Really well.
I hear everything in these woods.
How far? Isn't it days from here?
I don't know where here is, but probably.
Do
Yes,
you
it
know
is-
how to get there?
I do!
I think the big one only has a couple of days before.
Well, Teddy's gonna help us, right? And he can travel. He can time travel and distance travel and whatever travel. Maybe he can help to get us
Time
there.
travel!
I mean, at this point, I don't even know if we can bet on him.
Wait, what do you mean
Let
the
me
big one
talk
only
to
has a
him.
couple of...
Well,
He's already dead. You can only get so dead.
Okay, let's not get carried away here! All I said was, I was able to preserve the big one. That's his name, right?
Yep.
The big fella for only some time. In order to preserve him longer or keep the body from decomposing, I can't do that forever. So, as he said, we will need to find some sort of alternative. But you might not need to go very far. I've mentioned there is magic in these woods.
when you say magic, I've heard you say that a few
Yes.
times under different contexts.
Well, it's all magic.
Specifically, what kind of magic are you referring to?
Old magic.
But okay, you
Shut
shut
up,
up.
Timothy.
Timothy has said it is old magic. Well, there's a place that I'm not that fond of, and I don't think we should go there. But there's a place that I've been to once before. It's some sort of fey magic.
Oh.
They
Am I
say
familiar with Fey magic at all?
Make a history check.
All
Or an arcana check.
Would any of us?
History or Arcana?
Arkmir.
I actually have no idea if I know.
Make a history or arcana check. Astro, if you want, you can make a history check.
Now the dice are
Solid
failing you.
10. I've heard of Fey.
You know the word fey.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely heard of Fey. I just don't know really what they're capable of.
5.
I know more than 10.
Nope.
It's old magic.
20.
Oh, she knows.
Ooh. I know nothing.
No.
Jon
Arkmir,
Snow.
you don't know much. You've heard like the whispers in like, particularly where you're from. You've heard people mention about being careful, maybe not going out too much, maybe staying away from the woods and stuff like that. They're similar. You know of Fey beings and entities, particularly as just like things to avoid,
Sure.
especially in the woods. Astra, you've read all sorts of fairy tales.
Yeah.
You know all sorts of things about Fey creatures and the Fey Wild and how crazy things can get there. You know about how like sprites and Seelie courts and unseelie courts and all sorts of just like politics that happen in the Feywild of these chaotic, just pure chaos energy.
The good news is, so does Alyssa. You might have to help me out here.
You know everything about crazy fairy stories of like do not go into the woods alone at dark, and also some of the happier ones, the like festive creatures that come out at night and repair boots that are left unfixed.
That's so nice.
But most of them you just know as stories. You read stories.
The Fey realm? Is that what?
Oh,
Fey
not the
magic?
Fey, yes. They say that part of the woods has some healing properties in the waters. I don't know about you, but that sounds promising. But I've been there before, and I woke up and my shoes were on backwards and my beard was over my face. He made it up, not me.
I point at Timothy.
It was a scary place, and I would not recommend going there, but
You know, it doesn't sound that bad. Your shoes were on backwards and your beard was over.
it was very uncomfortable.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sure it was very unsettling to wake up to. I'm not trying to diminish your feelings are valid.
I don't remember going to sleep there. That's the problem.
Well,
I went in and then it was all a blur.
I mean, isn't that kind of like your day-to-day, though? Like,
No! I know everything about my day.
What's your bird's name?
Timothy!
Oh.
I wrote it down.
I mean, I am not too familiar with the Fey magic.
It's
or the
very
Fey realm.
dangerous.
I have heard that it is dangerous, but honestly, like, at this point, I don't know how many options we have. We're pretty far away from everything.
Look, I don't want to overpromise either. I'm not saying this place can bring back that big fella, but it might be able to help him while you look for alternative means of bringing him back, so to speak.
Do you think that if there is some sort of healing water or of the like, that we would be able to bring it back here, or would we need to take him to it?
I don't entirely know. Like I said, I've only been there once, and my shoes are on backwards.
Timothy turns at you and chirps. I've flown by there a few times.
Oh, my bird's
Tell
flown
you
there.
more.
I don't know what you just said. What?
I can tell you more.
Oh, he can tell me more.
Maybe I'll just
How
like my staff will just like glow green, and I'm assuming I gotta cast speak with animals to talk with him in full. So my staff, I'll use a turn.
Your bird is just chirping.
Yeah, so as I'm talking with him,
you'll
you'll just like it doesn't look like I cast a spell, but you'll just see my staff, like the gnarled part, just like green, like swirly leaf energy will just go off, and I'll be like,
What do you know, Timothy?
I've flown by there a few times
Oh.
since then. It's crazy.
And I know it's crazy.
There's like this shrine with like all these ruins and stuff, and there's like, it's really pretty at night. It's very peaceful.
Oh, that sounds very lovely.
It's always lit by moonlight, even when it's cloudy up above.
Oh, that's weird.
And there's a little steed that's glowing in the middle. And it glows.
Oh,
It's very pretty.
oh, that sounds
There's
beautiful.
lots of it. I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, whereabouts is it?
About southeast from here.
How long?
Both Hoku and
I
Astra
don't know how
have their
many
heads
days it
like
is.
cocked to the side.
Sorry.
I mean, it takes me like a week to fly there.
Well, I can fly there. Oh, but they can't fly there.
Like a little tiny
A
one.
week, did you say?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
a little tiny bird.
okay. Great news! Timothy knows where it is. And he can take us there.
How long is it gonna take?
Oh, well, it takes him about a week. So it'll probably take us about a week.
month?
Not when you're traveling with me.
Timothy is a very small bird.
You've seen birds?
Timothy is like,
No, I can get us there in just over a
Also,
week.
Timothy doesn't actually know what a week is.
yeah.
How far did you say the Cornhall was from here ish? 5
I'm almost on the other side of the mountain,
4 or 5 days?
like
Maybe
mountain
was that
range.
to like get to the
It would be like
It's
a
5
few
days to the
get
mountains.
to the mountains,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to hike through the mountains all the way to the other end of the mountains. It would be like a
multiple
long
weeks.
trek.
Yeah.
Long time.
I can definitely get us there.
You know how long it is to get
Yeah.
there. You've been to the area before. It takes like maybe a few hours.
Good news.
Oh, what?
Well, it takes
boy.
Timothy a week. I can get there much quicker. I know
Timothy
my.
has no idea what a week is.
It's
or an
okay.
hour.
It's okay, Timothy.
He tried.
Now, I must warn you, he said it's very crazy. It's always in the moonlight, and there's some sort of temple thing there with some runes and some green seed there.
Sorry, what? Always in the moonlight?
That's what I said!
You love the moonlight.
Let's dance.
Well, I love the moonlight too.
No, but he loves the moonlight.
I love the moonlight.
But he loves the moonlight.
I mean, the gods are always a little cryptic in the way that they speak, but I mean, if I'm to trust Linvari here, and now hearing that there's a place that is always lit by the moon, I mean, that definitely seems like a place that, I don't know, that I think I'm gonna go there.
Well, hold on. How do I know I can trust all of you folks? You come marching into my woods and want to go to my temple?
At your temple?
I didn't say that.
Insight check. Oh, shit. Insight 23.
He's just a crazy old man. It ain't his temple.
Yeah,
It's in his
I-
woods.
I think, I think
Yeah,
you do
it's-
get a sense of responsibility that
Yeah.
he has towards the woods and towards everything in it.
Okay.
And the temple is in the woods.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that a little bit of it does shine through. That like he is not sure whether to trust you all to take you to this place that
Sure.
perhaps could be important.
I mean, at this point, we honestly don't really know how much we can trust you. This is a mutual thing here where we have to build trust with each other. I mean,
Timothy, what do you think?
About what?
Trusting these folks? I'm convinced.
You asked them to have any birdseed?
Yes.
No, but I want it from them.
Oh, do you have any birdseed?
I take some barley out of it.
You crazy little man.
Timothy just flies up and I trust him.
Oh, I like this one a lot.
So Timon has been sitting cross-legged and very broody. Culture, do you trust us? Do you want to go?
I don't really know what other options we have, and right now, I feel like I owe it to him to try. When we were leaving that place, I told all of us, if any of us fell, I would bring you back. And I couldn't do that. So I think it's my responsibility to keep trying.
It's our responsibility. I also promised Spark Eye that I would keep him safe.
If all else fails, we could try talking to my uncle. He's a captain of a garrison back home. The garrison works with the clergy in Cornwall, heal people. Maybe he can help.
It's possible, I think.
But Cornwall is quite the trek across the mountains.
The way that I look at this, we have an option in front of us. Whether it's a good option is yet to be seen. But if it is only hours away, I think it's something that we can explore, and hopefully it works out. But if it doesn't, then we'll be looking for other options. And if that is one of them, if that's the best one that we have, then perhaps
People just forgetting about the tower.
I told you I know where the tower is.
But you also...
I think that's another option.
Yeah.
Plus, do you know how to get there from here?
Do I have any idea? Yeah. No.
So you're speaking the truth. Let's find that progress.
Working on it.
I can't. I'm too tired to move fast. Don't forget that. Last time this happened, the big one helped
I know
me
the
around.
Oh,
Can Franklin help us out here?
no. He won't be happy, but he can certainly help.
The part of the woods that you're going to, it's gonna be like slower on a sled than if you're
But
hiking
listen.
through it.
Can you ride him?
The part we're going through is going to be a slow trek anyway. Now, I can move very nimbly through these woods, but your feet aren't quite adapted to this, so it's going to be a slow go anyway. And you got to be careful, especially when we get close to those waters.
I've walked through woods before. I'm quite familiar, not specifically these woods, but I'm not unfamiliar with the environment.
I'm terrified of the woods. This place is full of critters, noises, and
Why are you scared of my
weird
woods? It's very hospitable.
I mean, the last time,
I don't know what I just said.
the day we met, we went into the woods together, and it
And
didn't.
what happened in
It didn't
there?
end so well for you.
It was my first time inside any kind of woods.
These are different
But-
woods.
I did help you. I got you out of there.
You did.
Question. Did those woods have Elmer of the Green Moss Grove?
No, I
Then you have nothing to worry about.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if you were there.
Well, how was your sleep last night?
It was great, thank you.
can't remember. I just feel, I just feel tired.
Now, we don't have to go right now. There is a storm coming. It might come this way, it might not. If you need some more time, we can certainly hang about here and you can have some great food and hang with my animals, and then we could venture out. Or if you'd like to get a move. Again, the big fella is good for at least a couple more days.
I think, I mean, I don't know what everybody thinks, but you said it, and to my understanding, I mean, the Fae might be more dangerous in the evening.
Yes.
We perhaps would want to leave sooner rather than later to just not put ourselves in a bad
Correct. I
position.
mean, it's terrifying at any time of day, but
But the woods are safe.
it's a different part of the woods. My woods.
Even the old man is scared of
No,
the
I'm not. Did you hear the story about my shoes? That would scare you too.
What the fuck did you say?
He woke up and his shoes were on backwards.
Yes, he remembers.
And his beard was over his
Yes,
face.
it was terrifying.
Very scary.
It's just Timothy messing with him every morning.
Elmer, I mean, obviously it would be of great assistance for you to lead us there as we don't know where we're going, but I also don't want to ask something of you really don't want to do.
Well, it is a little scary, not terrifying, but a little.
I'm not scared of asking that. Old man, lead us there. We'll owe you
What would you owe me?
whatever you want.
I don't need anything. Listen, these woods are very sacred to me.
Listen,
No, I'm talking.
sorry.
When I was a young druid, I said that I would look after these woods. And that part is in my woods. And although it was scary, I haven't checked up on it in quite some time. So, you would be doing me the favor of coming with me. And if you wake up with your shoes on backwards, you'll know what it's like. So I will lead you there. But not because you told me to, but because I want to.
I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
I asked you.
I know he's crazy. But
Arkmir, how do
We
you
have
feel?
a debt to our friend. We got to help him. Anything you can do for us, we'll pay you back double.
Oh, I don't need any money if that's what you're referring to. Just your company after so many years has been a treat. But I'm not lying when I say I've done all I can for the big man.
I know.
But if I can help you get him back, I will. I can't guarantee the woods are the place for that, but it might help prolong it so you can find the appropriate help.
Now, could we collect some of the water, bring it back to him?
I don't know. Did you not listen to my story? I woke up with my shoes on backwards.
You've said that, yeah.
But maybe we can bring some jars.
We could.
I think we'll have to venture there and see what we can discover. I mean, if it is only hours away, hopefully we can figure some things out.
And
Do
back
I
if we
get
need.
a sense that the storm is approaching based on the hairs on my ears and the sounds?
Make a perception check.
No.
He's too distracted by the conversation.
Not really. It's hard to see this. It's honestly hard
If I
to see
turn
this
into
guy
a bird
from
and
here.
fly up there, can I see?
Then you would be able.
1 second.
And I'll turn into like a bird and just and I'll go up there and have a look.
It's
You're all like,
forming a little ways further northeast
Is
from
it
here.
coming this way? Ish.
You don't know where it was before, but it is definitely closer than just like 2 or 3,
Okay.
2 or 3 hours away.
All right, so then I'll just land a bit.
I don't propose we leave right now. That storm seems... You said it was a couple hours away. It's a lot closer than that. Perhaps we stay here for... You said maybe we go in the morning. Perhaps we spend today and...
It's the morning now.
But it's been like 20 minutes.
Has it only been that
Time is money.
Why you didn't care for money?
No, that's why time is important. I mean, we can leave, but I don't want you to travel through the woods while there's a storm coming. Especially if people are traveling through it. That sounds terrifying. So why don't we stay here? And we can
The
go...
storm is to the northeast, and you would be going southeast. Just to clarify.
Yes, but if it catches us,
Yes.
Timothy,
Just
now's
making
not
sure.
the time.
Just making sure you're aware of that.
it's up to you. I can't guarantee where the storm will go. I'm not a magician.
Is there any shelter along the way?
Not really.
I say we go. The 3 of you are protected. I'll take my chances. I owe it to the big one.
I promise you the big fellow's safe while he's inside here.
We should go.
I'm alright going. How do you two feel?
I mean, I have a headache. But it is getting a little
Oh,
bit better.
I can fix that.
To the herbs.
I'll hand you a good berry. It does nothing.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Oh,
you.
placebo?
Yeah.
brother? Give us some time.
I'd have a terrible track record losing my first friend here, so
Oh,
I think we need to do whatever we can to get him back. Time and I mean, for now it may make sense for you to hold on to this, and then I'll hand over the crystal just in case things happen.
Are you sure?
For now, it should be.
If you wanted to prepare
I mean-
that, you could.
Once you're better, you can give it back. You can hand it back, but
I mean,
you may need this more right now than I will, at least.
thank you.
again, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but you all seem a little down on yourself. And I understand what it's like to lose a friend. I've been around for a very long time and I've lost many friends, both critters and people. All I could say is, try not to be too hard on yourselves. It's a terrible world out there and things happen, but it seems like it's not completely lost yet. So keep your spirits up and we can help the big one. I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna call him that. Shall we?
If we're gonna move, we should move now.
Off we go.
Let me just tell my friends to keep the Green Moss Grove safe.
And I'll just go off and you'll see like a council of critters and be like,
That's it. You're in charge.
You notice all of them, as soon as like they're done talking to you, they just start inside. They just start into the house.
Oh, well, that's not a good sign. We should probably move now. And like now,
and I'll just start like,
this way.
You see the old man start moving southeast at a surprisingly fast pace.
Walk alongside this guy, knowing that and knowing exactly what it feels like.
yeah.
The rest of you slowly begin making your way southeast, following this graceful old furbolg into the woods. And we'll take a break right there and come back in about 5 or so minutes.
Oh yeah. All right. into the what's the woods called again? Because
I mean, this part of the woods is called the Embermire Glade.
cool.
The what?
Embermire Glade.
Embermire Glade. Ostermeyer Wiener. All right, we'll be back. Bye. Well, we're back.
Hello.
Allah. Make sure you guys follow us on the new social media platform, Threads.
Also, hit the like and subscribe button down below. It really helps us.
Yes. Correct. All right, we're back.
Getting back into it, you all begin making your way slowly through these. It's strange. It's like a marsh, but also woods. Parts of it are definitely sunken and wet and muddy. You tend to have to avoid those. Stepping on the roots that make up the undergrowth here, you notice copious amounts of moss growing on all sides of these trees.
Moss.
And it's very immediately as you leave the clearing that the green moss glade is located in, it becomes much more cramped, much more crowded by trees, much harder to navigate and find spots. And you step in mud and water. It's a slow trek even for most of you, except for Eleanor. With time already being slowed momentarily, it does begin to seem like it will take you all much longer than just a couple of hours to get to your destination. But you start weaving through the trees, heading southeast, and you do see off in the distance, towards the north, these dark clouds forming and these red lightning crackling across from them as you climb up and look through occasionally as you're making your way through. I'm assuming you're leading the party?
Yep.
So make a survival check.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
What is I can't remember how to play this game. How do I know if I have advantage on something?
It would have a little A. Green
A, okay, so the green circle just means I'm proficient in it, yeah?
You have a green circle?
Well, it's because
I'm assuming your coloration,
right?
that would be proficiency.
It's the colored circle. Alright, 22.
I want a colored sheet.
Don't you have colored based on your character?
Phone one's stupid.
Maybe not on the phone.
Oh, you're using the app.
I use the
Oh,
app
yeah,
because
yeah,
my
the app
tablet
is the
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, 22.
You begin making pretty clear headway. You know exactly how to. You have a general idea where you're headed to. You know about how long it'll take. You do end up getting pretty far ahead of the rest of the group and having to double
Slow
back
down,
and
yeah.
lead them along the right way. Roll a d20 for me.
Oh no. 12.
Oh no, that's bad.
Your journey through seems to be going fairly uneventfully. You're traveling at a fairly reasonable clip, and in a couple of hours or so, you begin to see off in the distance where you think these ruins might be. Is there anything you all want to do along the way? Or are you just following along relatively soundlessly?
I mean, I'd be keeping an eye out for if I see anything following us or approaching from a distance.
Can I see it now?
You know which direction you're headed to, and you've stopped well in advance of it before
Okay,
you
I'll wait till
head
everybody-
further in.
Okay, wait till everybody comes up, and then I'm gonna cast something. But
As we're walking, I'm gonna be writing in the little journal that I have stuff to Haster. I'm not pleased with him.
Is Hoku out? Is Hoku
Yeah.
like on your shoulder? Is he acting any differently as we get closer to this
He
place?
can kind of like fly around now and then too. Scope out
Or is
the
he just
room.
Hoku's being Hoku?
Hoku's being Hoku.
Alright.
Get back in their bag.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
I go climb up, actually, just into the trees periodically, just to see where the storm is at.
You climb up a little ways, and you can see off in the distance to the north, probably a solid hour or so, but it has drifted more towards the west, the direction where you're coming from, to the point where the green moss grove probably would be near the edge of where the storm is now.
Okay.
Your friend's dead.
I lied right here.
I lied. That
his
place
body is
doesn't
gone.
protect shit.
I lied to you all. All right, everybody. Good job keeping up. I believe we're almost there.
Arkmir, as you climbed up, can you make a perception check?
come on!
You didn't see the storm coming from the other way.
Yeah. Great.
No. You're way too
Oh
high.
wait, I am
Yeah.
proficient in this now too.
Oh, sit.
Hell yeah, girl.
Okay, that helps a lot. 18.
You couldn't help but notice, probably a little ways away in the direction that you are traveling in, the woods from up above here, the trees look different. The trees, particularly, the color just seems to pop a little bit more to you as you're looking at them. They look more vibrant green than the cold, dark, sort of like green of the trees that you're used to around.
The trees that we're heading towards?
Correct.
How far out is that?
Probably, at this point, maybe like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
You've been traveling for a solid few hours, like 3 hours probably at this point, and you can see them off in the distance. Everything looks a little bit more vibrant. There's almost like you've noticed at spots there's like this mist rising from these like geothermal activity in this area. You notice like a puff of mist rise from there, and it's all sorts of different like prismatic colors.
Okay, I am. 1 second. Flying.
You swear as you're looking in that direction, you hear a faint, like, singing on the breeze.
Oh god. I am casting Psychic Whispers. I can do it to 3 people. So, Timon, Astra, Kalthir.
What the fuck?
D8 now.
You haven't earned it yet.
Damn it! I
don't know you.
I used to be
That's 8
I don't
hours.
even remember how to do it. What was the big one's voice?
Okay. So,
I'm gonna like
You'll never know.
if the big one ever comes back and be like, "Hey, I don't know how to do it."
so
Can't bring him back now.
He's gonna come back as an old man.
He's gonna come back as
Well, he definitely aged.
well, he
after
definitely is
that.
an old man.
I can speak with each of you guys for the next 8 hours.
Ooh-wee.
But I just immediately, as I'm up there, see you guys down there saying, well, whatever we're heading to, it's I think we're about 10 minutes away, and I don't know, something's off about that place.
As this whisper's coming through to all of you, you hear in the background of the whisper a faint, old-timey music song
Oh,
playing.
that's so creepy. I don't like
That's
it.
actually fucking terrifying. However, before anybody continues, I wanted to cast a spell. So, because I don't want us to just say that and then keep going. So,
Yes.
I will come back and be like,
All right, we seem to be getting closer, and like I said, and if you don't put your shoes backwards, make sure you stay close, be quiet.
you're going to see at the top of the gnarled staff like a green aura go, and I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace using the staff.
Ooh, very nice.
Sneaky, sneaky.
That's 2 charges of the staff.
Creepy AF.
Yeah.
What was the thing I saw? Like a
Poof.
that caused some.
There was just
I've
like,
never had a cool
you've
thing.
noticed in spots around the wood, like mist rising
Yeah.
from within the area where you're headed to. There's probably like 2 spouts of mist that are rising, and what you notice about them as you're looking at them is like maybe it's just a trick of the sunlight, but they look like they're all sorts of like a rainbow colored mist
Right.
rising, and then the other one just seems like this like blue that turns into a teal that turns into a magenta that turns into like a gray as it fades away.
So pretty.
Elmir, I just climbed up to the top of the trees and I saw rainbow like steam coming out from where we're heading.
Oh no.
Is that normal?
For phase it is. That's... Again, I don't really remember the last time I was here, but that sounds pretty creepy to me. There's not normally rainbow mist in my woods.
Do you guys hear music?
Music?
Do I still hear it, or only when?
Only when Arthur was just ringing.
There was music up there. I don't know if I still hear it now, but
Make a perception check.
Do I hear
Make a perception check.
Do I hear?
Do I hear?
it? Everybody gets the
Everyone, make a perception check.
I think I hear it.
16 is what I got.
someone hears it.
Yeah.
I hear it.
Oh yeah, I totally
I
hear
don't
it.
hear.
Not 20.
Dirty 20.
13.
None
For
of you hear
21.
it.
I did hear something when you communicated telepathically.
How'd you do that? You're talking in your head. That's fey magic.
Wrong.
I
Now I'm very
guess.
suspicious.
Timothy just chirps from
Yeah.
it's like you come along. Not wrong.
I mean,
That's suspicious.
if we think back to things we've encountered in the past, that there is I mean, song is a way to cast magic.
The lure, the trap, the kill.
I mean, that
Those
is
stories are
true. There are
terrifying.
stories of
Diamond
folks being
is-
lured by enticing music.
To us is a therapist.
Yeah,
And I'll just, like,
earmuffs
plug
everyone.
and talk to you through whispers.
Arkmir, this
What about this? Just whisper.
being someone who's been highly susceptible to these things in the past.
Yes. I might just.
Diamond is
Magic earmuffs.
terrified
Stay
throughout this
close.
entire
I'll
day.
do what I can to assist.
Is terrified. He's never been so long in the woods. He is grieving terribly, but so that's the only thing is moving him forward. But he is terrified. He's just clutching at his weapon and just.
You flit around and you think you see some movement up in the trees above you, and you turn towards that way, and you don't see anything.
Everybody, be on lookout. Please don't be afraid. You're with Elmir of the Green Moss Grove.
You guys hear in your heads, I don't think I trust this old man.
I think only he hears it.
You
But
hear
I
that.
can pass
But
that
I
on for
can,
them.
I can
You can also do it. Okay,
Timothy,
I don't hear
Timothy
it.
hears me say,
I don't think I trust this small man.
I put my little book away, by the way.
I'm on the same page as Timon.
I'll just translate. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I trust this fellow yet.
We should move very carefully from this point out.
I'll start moving closer, very quietly, stealthily.
All of you make a stealth check.
Pat with pass without trace.
That means add
I'm not-
D10.
It's just
Just
10.
just
I'm not-
straight
Oh,
10.
add 10? Ooh.
Usually, with this armor, I can only be so sneaky if we're going there. So,
Are you gonna get naked?
in a sense,
Oh, what?
and then I go invisible.
Wait, what was the pass without trace?
You add 10 to your stealth.
So
Just
I am
base
going to make
10.
a stealth check, but just
Make a
noting
stealth
that
roll?
I am casting
Yeah.
invisible.
Add
well,
whatever your
I'm
bonuses are,
using
and then
my
add
free
10.
invisibility
That's
on
your
myself.
how long does that last?
I rolled 3.
That lasts for an
26.
hour.
Oh.
Good.
Up to an hour.
That's
So,
awesome.
so normally you would have disadvantage on it?
I normally have disadvantage.
pretty sure
on
my
stealth.
nat 20
just roll it
cancels
with
your
like
out,
a straight roll.
Straight roll.
Okay. Alright. So we had good and bad stuff.
So we're adding 10.
Yeah.
So 23.
32.
What is
Natural
this?
20.
What is this about canceling disadvantage thing?
I used invisibility on myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, so that one.
So my nat 20 cancels his nat 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
13.
That's what the plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
26.
So we had a
23.
nat 20,
Okay.
2 20s, like multiple 20s,
Yeah.
nat 1 which cancels, so I think we did okay.
We'll see.
Theoretically, we
Yeah.
did okay.
Did all right.
You begin to make your way through
You're
here.
just too scared.
It's very fitting that you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tired, just like.
Timon, you're just. I think what ends up happening is just you fall behind a little bit as you're being extra careful to not make any noise, and you're looking all around you, and you fall maybe like 10, 15 feet behind as the rest of them are making their way through.
Stumble and fall.
I'm probably still staying relatively close, but I'm invisible, so it kind of offsets it a bit.
Yeah. You're probably like halfway in between.
In between, yeah.
Who's leading you, Elmer, still?
Yeah.
About 5 or so minutes into this, you begin to hear on the wind the faint music.
Oh no.
Sounds like that.
Oh, the fey creatures are about today. Everybody, look sharp.
You notice off in the distance this like faint light just like flits out
Ah, fuck.
and then fades away.
Fucking whisper some shit.
Is it this campaign we've come across with?
I don't know.
No.
We almost,
the other
somebody almost died before to
They were
wisp.
super
You.
I think it was
powerful.
Gorbash.
Of course
Yeah.
it was. Makes sense.
And I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
because I told you to.
To touch it?
Your bad influence on my
Yeah.
characters.
Touch it. Nobody touch anything.
Calvin,
You want to keep your fingers in your toes.
you notice off in the wood, in the trees above you, the movement.
Can I like hone in on where it was and see, like, actually catch it more than just a blur?
It's moved across from like behind you all to in the direction that you're going in. It was almost looked like it was moving from branch to branch, and occasionally you do notice like a leaf or something fall off, like a shiver.
Right.
Fucking hate
I
fish
love
shit.
it.
I hate.
Uh,
He
hate it
messaged
and
me. He's
love
like,
it.
"You're gonna be encountering fish," and I'm like, "Fuck."
I'm
Hate
gonna
fish
telepathically let Arkmir know. There's something high up in the trees.
Timothy,
it's
there's
just
something.
it's just up ahead of us. Let the others know.
There's something high up in the trees, and it's just up ahead of us. Stay on guard.
Yeah.
You continue moving forward, and you come to almost like a little stream,
Nobody
like a
told
river
me
that you're
anything.
used to. You're used to having to almost wade across or step
Yeah.
across some of these rocks, or fly across, fling across. And you had to traverse this. It's probably about
Up
5
in
or 10,
monkey.
5 or 10 feet across. The water is rushing through. This isn't the water from the shrine
Correct,
itself,
yeah.
but it's a separate
Just
river
in
that
this
kind
area, yeah.
of seems to head off towards the north.
I am
There's
actually
trees
gonna
on
send
either
him a
side of
message.
this. You would notice like lily pads scattered across the stream as the river kind of rushes forth that seem unaffected by the movement of the water.
Oh, this is not normal.
I'll poke it with my staff and just keep walking. So, does it?
You poke this lily pad, and all of a sudden this like bright pink flower just blooms out of it.
Oh no.
It grows. It seems to grow instantly from non-existent to a bud to a flower with like long stems.
I mean, it's beautiful, but
It releases a waft of pollen, and then the leaves fall off.
oh God, do not touch them, lily pads. That pollen will be dangerous.
And just keep moving forward slowly.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him a message. There's something up in the tree.
There's somebody talking to me in here.
Elmir,
Oh,
it's Astra.
who's Astra?
Turn behind you.
Oh, why don't you just talk out loud?
There's something in the trees.
Alright. Okay.
But I'm saying all mine out loud. Yeah, it's a big one all over again.
You step into the stream on the rocks.
Yeah.
And you take another step across. As you step onto the land on the other side, everything around you just looks brighter, more colorful.
Oh, we've crossed into their world.
Yep.
It's almost like you've crossed the threshold.
I've crossed the threshold.
You hear loud music, just like soft lullaby, kind of similar to the music that's playing right now. Just all around you. It's much louder on this side. You immediately notice it. You turn around and you see your friends, but
It looks.
they
We're in
look
black and white.
they look more beautiful than they have before.
Is that possible?
And their features seem exaggerated. You can see Kaltir's eyes are just like larger and his ears are longer.
You're so
His head is
beautiful.
shinier. Well, he's invisible, so you can't
Okay,
actually see it.
I'm still saying it to an invisible thing.
You're so beautiful.
Like Astra's hair looks like it's glowing and almost like a shimmering sheen that's going through it.
Not my type.
Arkmir looks like his features are more elongated and almost like
Those horns.
the horns look pointier and sharper. He looks almost like a good solid 4 or 5 inches taller.
So tall.
I like 4 or 5 inches.
Talking about my height.
Hyman is the one who looks a little bit less
Nice.
than he was used to. He looks a little bit more terrified and scared and still, and it almost seems like
He hasn't embraced it.
he hasn't embraced it.
Oh, you look like shit, young friend. It's okay. Nothing will hurt you.
Who's second to go across?
Obviously,
It'd
yourself.
be one of these two.
Yeah.
Just believe time.
Arkmir, as you step forward and you step through, you immediately notice again this sound. This music grows louder, and it almost seems like it's a little ways off from where you're headed. This music and this like sound, and you actually make out the sound of laughter. on the air. Just like a soft
creepy.
Yeah, because that's always great, right?
So terrifying.
That's always great.
coming up from like upstream, where this river is coming from. Kind of like that. Yeah.
Oh god. Just whispering to the side.
You also, as you're turning around to look, and Astra, you're also stepping forward, you notice momentarily movement on this like lily pad that you'd seen Elmer hit with his stick. It seems like this bright, almost like firefly-like light that just like flies off from it and then flies off to the other direction, downstream, not upstream. It moves really fast.
How deep was the stream that they crossed?
Not that deep. Maybe like a foot, 2 feet.
2 feet for a 5, 4.
There's like rocks that you can step on to step across, so it's not challenging to cross in any way.
Diamond will definitely try to avoid the water.
Yeah, I think so. Astro, you cross over as well, and you hear this music on the air. Calter, you follow. You realize that as soon as you set foot across here, all of the rest of you see it. Calter's form just glows with like, almost like it's covered with dust.
Fuck. It's like fairy magic.
You can make out.
Can I tell?
You can make out that you're covered with glowing, glittering dust.
Doing something obscene.
Yeah. Well, this appears useless. And I will drop invisibility.
Did it look like fairy fire? Yeah.
Which I also know, so I'm very familiar with what is happening.
I don't want to alarm you, but while we're in my woods, I feel like we're not in my woods anymore. I don't have as much control here, so please be careful.
Didn't you say that this was your
It
temple?
is in my woods. This is not my temple. It's in my temple. It's my woods.
Timon, you come to this stream now, and you begin to make your way across. Make an acrobatics check to see if you can make it across.
I'm right there, like on the other side, waiting for him. That's why I kept back.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Tom. You can do it. Big jump.
Oh no, not
Not
terrible.
terrible. Not
Yeah.
terrible.
Pretty good.
Oh, he
actually.
rolled 2 other die. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bad.
I saw the one.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Acro.
There's something I wanted to do,
11.
and I can't remember what it was.
You begin to step forward. You get like a sure like step onto one of the rocks and another of the rocks. Calter, you're looking back. You notice immediately this like bright light just like flies out from the direction that like downstream towards Timon.
Oh no.
Timon's feet, and just trips him. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Also not bad.
Not bad. Dex saving throw. So I think this is going to be 14. So let me double check. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
14.
You manage to keep your balance on like one foot on this rock. And you step down with the other foot.
What
You
the
can
fuck?
see this like bright white,
Yeah.
like glowing light, almost like a firefly, just flitting around Timon's feet.
Okay, I'm going to set, because you're a little bit ahead, so I'm going to send a message to you and be like, Timon, it's Timon. And then I'm going to start jumping back out if I can to try to get to where he is.
I tried to like wave my
Is
the
this Firefly?
butt of my gun.
Is this Firefly still around us? And I.
It's just around Timon. It's just in like Timon's feet.
Get away! Get away!
Could I run back?
You all make out like a faint giggling noise coming from.
Oh, not these things.
I want to try and trap one of them.
What do you do?
I just wanted to try and trap.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
throw a Pokeball.
Like
with
with
like
your
your
hands?
hands? Or do you have something to like try and catch it? But
Oh boy.
Like a cup and a paper, like you do with the spider.
I do have an oil flask. May just
Talk about ambitious.
yeah.
Calder, you're the
This
first
dude's
one to
coming
like move up
Yeah.
to Timon. What are you doing?
I am mostly I'm kind of giving you a hand and trying to help escort you this way while trying to just kind of like get between him and the thing a little
Okay.
bit of just like because I'm a lot more spry here than you are,
Yeah.
so I'm kind of
Make a acrobatics check with advantage.
I'm also.
You're
I
still
was
like on
also
the
gonna.
shore.
Which means it's
Yeah,
straight roll.
I was also gonna help him. Can I cast guidance?
guidance.
Yeah.
Well, I've got my hand on
And
you.
I'm
I think
gonna
guidance
cast-
is touch, right?
Yeah, I was gonna guidance you if you want to guidance him.
Choose a
yeah.
D4.
I'm trying
You guys
to
just
guidance.
roll for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So another D4.
When he's touching your
Yeah, I have like my shit. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
oh boy.
This was well, it's a +1, so 9.
You grab him and pull him towards you, and you manage to avoid him falling into the water, but he lands on top of you on the shore. This like small like glowing light flies up and flies off into the woods above you.
Does it laugh at us? As
It
flies
is
in?
definitely giggling and laughing.
Oh, you fucking demon!
I'm just standing there with my empty flask, like. ugh.
Timon, as you
Hate the woods.
as you try to stand up, you immediately trip and fall because your boots are tied together.
Oh
I told you this place was terrifying! Goddamn pixies!
That's serious.
Also, I must warn you, as annoying as it is, do not harm them. They are very dangerous creatures.
And now all of you can hear this music that's coming from upstream.
They're so
Not in the
bad
direction that
idea.
you were headed, but upstream.
Astra's gonna sit down a moment, tie her boots a little bit tighter.
That won't help you.
Thank you, friend.
Luckily, you didn't fall downstream into the river.
That wouldn't go well.
Just stay close. It appears there are some tricksters among us.
I mean, everything around you seems so bright and vibrant.
How does Elmayer look?
Super young. He's like
This is how I talk now.
Elmer looks like he looks like Patrick Swayze.
This way,
he
guys.
looks quite similar, but just all of his features seem exaggerated. He definitely looks a little bit younger, more handsome.
Who, him?
Everybody does,
Oh, hell yeah.
I look more
and even
handsome.
Timon a little bit now. Now that he's crossed
Especially
over
he
into
looks a
this,
I'm like
it
more
does
cheerful.
seem to
Yeah.
be more pronounced.
A stronger jaw.
Everything around you, just the colors seem more vibrant. The bark of the trees looks like it's like
Yes.
pulsing almost with like this strange color and brightness.
Do not be fooled by all the beauty.
There's large flowers that seem to be sprouting on these trees that weren't anywhere that you've seen before. The moss here seems to change from like green to almost like a bright purple lichen.
The
to
purple
almost
moss
like a
grove.
red as it like climbs up these trees. The path in front of you seems, it's almost like it should be sunlit, but there's just this perpetual feeling of it's the twilight, it's evening.
If I take a sample of moss off the ground, does it continue to just like change colors, or
It looks the same as what it does.
I'm just gonna pocket that?
You pocket some of the strange moss.
Do I get any sort of sense of where we are in relative to where I remember this place being?
You remember this place being a little bit farther in from the stream.
So we're not quite there yet.
Oh, we should keep moving, but do not engage with the wildlife.
I'll just start.
As if timed with this word.
Oh,
You see some movement up above you in the trees.
Do I clock what it is?
Yeah.
You can see this like long, furry creature sitting on, almost like straddling one of the branches of the trees, just looking down at you.
Bipedal? Quadrupedal?
Quadrupedal.
no. Trust me, that won't help anything.
I don't know what that is.
Do I know what that is?
Make a nature check.
Uh, 21.
It looks similar from where you're looking, and it's looking down at you, so you can make out its face a little bit. It's got this like small snub nose, bright round cheerful eyes, round ears, looking down at you. It looks remarkably like an otter.
An
An
otter.
otter?
A big creature?
Big otter.
Do
Like
have
it's
I?
long.
Does it look threatening, or is it just kind of observing?
Just looking at you.
I will.
Just a cuddly massive otter.
Elmer, can you communicate with animals here too?
Trio.
I certainly haven't tried, but better time now than ever.
And I will cast Speak with Animals and try and communicate with it.
You cast speak with animals. What do you say?
Hello, friend. We're visiting these parts and was wondering if you could tell me where the temple is.
Or shrine, whatever it was.
Creature is looking down at you all.
We mean you no harm, I promise. Hey.
Oh, hello.
Oh.
It says clearly to all of you.
in, like,
common.
Oh, you speak common.
Did you cast it on all of us?
I sure did.
Oh.
It like quickly scampers down from the tree and like comes and sits in front of you all in this pathway. It's probably about 6 feet long.
He's friendly.
Whoa.
No need to do any of this.
Excuse me, I'm a she.
Oh, apologies. You're very beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you
We haven't seen any of you all in quite some time. And it just immediately starts like darting up to each of you and just like sniffling at your feet.
What is your name? Did you tie my shoes last time I was here?
I don't think I've ever seen you before.
Wait.
It's just
You've
like
seen us
runs
before?
between your feet.
You've seen us before?
No, I haven't seen any of your kind around in quite some time. Like jumps up almost like pawing at your side and like almost begins to like start rifling through your pockets.
It's okay.
That's
It's okay. Don't harm.
It's your spirit animal.
Yeah.
Do not harm her. What's your name?
Seraphina.
Seraphina.
And like it stops down and like
Wait.
runs up towards like Timon. Like stands up and it's like on her feet. She's almost your height.
He's a little nervous. He means you no harm.
Did you say before though? It's been a while since you've seen us.
Seen anyone like your kind?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
She won't
Last time
hurt
you guys were here,
She's
Yeah.
friendly.
you have anything to eat?
Oh, do you like berries?
Yes.
Oh,
He, like comes over to you and just like immediately like
Timothy,
Yeah.
would you look at that?
those are good.
Oh, thank you.
Apple.
Oh,
Oh. Just like grabs it with both of its paws and like starts nibbling on it. Doesn't taste as good. Sorry. You have the. Oh, do you have any trinkets?
trinket? What kind of trinket?
Any kind. I like collecting things.
Is she like a niffler?
do I see anything?
If I'm
Yeah,
sitting on her
actually,
hind legs and like
Six-
eating
Do I
it.
see anything on like
Could
on
be,
her
yeah.
itself? Like, does she have a pouch or something? Or-
No, she doesn't seem to have anything.
Okay.
Well, if anybody has trinkets, but excuse me, we're looking for the shrine. You see, we don't mean to intrude on your place here, but these fine folks have, well, they've lost a friend, and they're hoping that we might be able to
My spirit animal.
help him in some way.
I rummage my pockets, and I get one of the wristbands from the silent razors that I had collected. That has like a razor blade in it.
You see his eyes just immediately, like, her eyes immediately light up and she, like, looks towards it. like darts up to you and like grabs it.
Before you got this, will you help us?
Sure.
Oh, I believe her.
Give her everything.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
Oh,
Pretty good.
Nice. I think that's a 23.
She seems like a strange fey creature. You don't know whether you can trust her or not, but she seems very excited by this racer.
Yeah, pardon.
Serafina,
Yes.
I'm Astra Maris, but you can call me Astra. This is Hoku. And
hi.
I have a little trinket. I have this,
My hands are full right now. You want to follow me? And she just like begins to like scamper off and like to the right.
Okay,
Maybe
I'll be right back.
I'm looking to you
No,
right now.
we should probably follow her. I'm not quite sure from this point where to go.
Okay.
She seems friendly enough. Please, after you.
I'm going to be on high alert
Yeah.
if we are being lured into a trap or something.
Correct. Me too.
She begins to just like dart along, and she actually goes back to the wood, to the river, and begins to like make her way up along the shore, going upstream. About a short ways away, maybe less than like a couple minutes, you can see off in the distance this almost this like lean-to or like hovel type structure that's been set up. It seems to have been built or abandoned of some sort. It seems almost like potentially like a hunter shelter would have been. And just scattered all like in its vicinity, there's just all sorts of random things. There's like ball bearings and like fishing rods and like a bucket. There's like thimbles and like small mechanical contraptions. This bracer that's been brought, there's like a small like half broken shield that's just lying there. All sorts of strange trinkets that are just scattered all around it. The music that you've been listening to grows louder.
Is there anything in those trinkets that I recognize as being an object from Cornwall? Like a shield, a weapon, or like any emblems, anything?
Maybe not quite Cornwall, but you do see. You recognize something that looks almost like it's like a small pendant that's just dangling from like one of the top beams of this lean-to. On it, you notice like the symbol carved of the rook, which is the symbol of Keston, like the holy symbol of Keston, the builder.
Do we get an idea of where the music's coming from? Is it one of her trinkets that's playing this music? Or is it just innately music here?
Take a look.
It's hard to judge.
Interesting.
It's hard
Why?
to judge. It's just from all around you.
Do we see any other of these creatures anywhere? Is it just her?
No, just her. She like climbs up on top of this thing too. Opens this like almost it seems like a box that's just sitting on top. And she like cracks it open with her fingers and puts the bracer in. She like looks at it a little bit. Like closes it and comes back down. Yeah, thank you. My collection's growing.
I
Oh,
can
man.
see that. You have quite the collection.
Is there anything else that really like stands out amongst the?
Make a perception check.
17.
I mean, there's a few, like, you do notice some weapons in here. You notice a couple of daggers that have just been, like, stuck up to the wall. They don't seem like there's anything fancy, but there are, like, clearly some weapons, some hunting apparatus. Nothing natural. Almost all of the things here that you're looking at seem, like, man-made in some way. shape, or form.
Gotcha.
That's the immediate thing that pops out at you. Like, there's no wooden carvings. There's no. It's all like metal or iron or even stone. Like it's like embossed in some way with like metal. There's no nothing that could be classified as purely natural.
Serafina, would you like to add this to your collection? And it's a little bell without the clapper in it. It was the thing that I got at the very beginning.
She like jumps up and like takes a look at it. Oh yes, this is excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And she just like darts off to like. She actually climbs up to where this like pendant is hanging and like pulls the pendant down, puts the bell on there, rings it, and in the wind, like it immediately seems to just like align with the music itself, and just like the wind chime just
Right
sounds
here.
amazingly beautiful.
Interesting.
And then she like pulls the pendant like down and puts it in like a separate box.
Oh,
I collect things. Yes, you said you were going to the shrine. Well,
someone's dying in my hallway. Ignore that. Yes, we're looking to go towards.
It's the sprites.
This is fit. Yeah, it's fitting.
I hear the giggles again. Yes, we're looking to go to the shrine. Would you happen to know the way or be able to help us? Oh my god! Was that you?
She just turns to you and says, "There's something. Well, there's something wrong.
This is creepy.
There's something wrong.
What's wrong?
I love to bathe in the waters of the shrine. It was really one of my favorite spots. People would come and leave all sorts of presents and things that I would just take and keep for myself or for others, you know. It's been one of my favorite places for so long, I don't even remember. Then all of a sudden, people stopped coming.
What? Why?
And more recently, there's just a sort of foul energy that's coming from within the water. Something seems wrong there. I could take you there if you can help restore it. I would really appreciate it.
What kind of violence?
I don't know, some evil magic.
Oh, good.
Well, that sounds promising.
Have you ever been to the Feywild? You know what the Feywild is?
I've read all about it.
Oh, you have.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like the kind who would have read all about it.
I read a lot.
Have you read
I love
anything?
reading.
Have you read about my kind? Just like stands up.
Well, have I?
Not really.
Oh. Is she a niffler?
Not a Niffler.
Aww.
Clearly, she doesn't read everything.
I read a lot, and I can read all writing.
Does she always proclaim this?
It's a regular occurrence.
She does.
Imagine repeating yourself over and over again.
This place used to be very nice and peaceful and calm, and I loved it here. But I think one of the times when I was coming here, I was followed. And the people who followed me, they don't like it here. They don't like any of us coming here. So I think they might have done something to get rid of this place.
What do these people look like?
They're evil.
That's a great description. You
know, me and everything around here is also nice and cheerful, and they're just always sad
Oh, that sounds awful.
and angry,
Yeah. I
and
hate
maybe
when
sometimes
people are angry.
cruel.
Cruel?
And sometimes they can get a little bit, and you just see this like wide smile appear on his face.
I don't like this place.
That's Mike talking.
I don't like this place.
Oh, I can see how that would be unsettling.
Have you seen the movie Smile? Okay. What I'm getting. You say, have you been to the Feywild? And I may have accidentally been here before. You might know me. These are my woods. Well, I actually don't know if these are my woods.
Oh,
But,
these are your woods. They're beautiful. Very well kept.
oh, thank you. I think.
Have you met Titania?
Have I met Titania?
You have not met Titania.
Oh, I don't believe so. Is it a fox?
No, she's the queen of my kind.
The queen of your kind.
Yes.
Is she in these woods?
No, but she likes to visit here one day. A long time ago.
Oh,
That was the first time I came here. I was with her. It was quite lovely, quite different back then. And since then, I try to come back every once in a while, just to remember.
oh.
You can see this like wistful sadness in the otter's eyes.
Oh, that makes me sad now.
Oh, well,
Anyways,
Um,
you have any more trinkets?
we can certainly get you some more trinkets, but, do you think there's something we can do to help you at the shrine? Maybe we can take care of this evil.
And then you would get so many more trinkets because more nice people would come and leave new stuff, right? It's a long
Yeah,
term.
that's kind of what I was hoping you would do.
Oh, can we have a minute to confer?
Sure. I
Okay.
have all the time in the world.
Okay.
She just runs up and begins to like dig through some of these piles of things.
Oh,
What
I
the
like
hell
her.
was that smile? Jesus Christ.
Oh, don't be so mean. She's been through a lot.
That's really creepy.
So it would seem like these waters are not as friendly as the last time I was here. I don't want to lead you down a path that I'm not quite sure. But if you're still interested in seeing this shrine, we might need to help out our little friend. Thoughts? Ideas?
I feel like it's worth a try.
We've
You
made
know
it this
old
far.
magic. Maybe you know something. that
Well,
can fix
I know old magic, not necessarily fey magic. But I'll do my best to keep you safe. I wasn't lying when I said this place is in my woods. She seems a little bit more advanced.
Foul water doesn't sound like it'd be too difficult to deal with.
Famous last words.
Yep.
How about you, little one?
I'm terrified of water.
Oh, why? Water's beautiful.
I'm from the mountain.
Do you know what gives the mountains life? Water! Should we follow our little furry friend?
I think that's our only option, isn't it? We don't know where we're going.
Did she say what these evil things look like?
Evil.
She said evil. I said, what do they look like? And she said evil. That can't be good.
Should we pry her a little bit more?
How many times? What are we talking about?
Serafina, can you describe beyond just evil what these
People.
things look like?
She's just sitting up there on top of the lean-to, just looking down at you. Like spooky people. Like they're made of darkness and shadow.
Oh,
They tend to be a little bit. They're kind of like people from the Feywild, but they're more. See, there's two factions within the Feywild. There's
As she's saying
It's
this,
like
I'm
story
gonna-
time
I'm
here.
going to interrupt really quick. Not out loud, but in your head.
Yeah.
You're going to hear your moon touch sword. Catch it now. It's moving.
What?
you look around and your sword is about maybe like 20 feet away from you, just slowly floating away into the. Off from you.
This honor. I like turn back right and just look at her.
I'm sorry, I just.
you have sticky fingers.
In another life, we could have got along together. I'm just checking all my other things. Am I good?
Make an investigation.
Oh,
You can rummage through your stuff. It's fine. You notice that a little bit of like a spark of magic just fades from her eyes as the sword just like falls to the ground. I'm sorry. It just looks so pretty. I wanted it.
17.
I'm sorry. It's yours. I shouldn't have. I can.
That's not very nice, you know.
I know.
We offer you things and you rob us.
But I wanted it.
I'll tell you what. If you can help us get to the shrine and we help you take care of the evil, he'll give you the sword. He's saying no, but I promise. We'll work on it.
Yeah, but you caught me, so now I don't feel like I can take it anymore. I'm not like one of them.
Who are them? You were starting to say there's two different realms, two different types
That seemed
of
like an evil thing to do.
people. She's not evil. Look at her. She's adorable.
It was mischievous, not evil. You haven't met any of the Unseelie Court if you think that was evil.
How many of them are there? Let's try this
Oh,
again.
It's like a whole kingdom of people. But
At the shrine!
no, not at the shrine. They sent a few of their agents through who were tracking me, and I came here to try and close off this beautiful, charming glade here. Did I tell you that I love to hang out here? It's so pretty. So nice.
Have you taken anything else from us without us knowing right now?
Make a persuasion check.
23.
No, I have not. Here, tell you what, I will apologize. You see her just like run down and like go behind the shelter, and you just hear digging coming from behind the shelter.
This is going well.
Is she trying to escape?
Yeah. I will apologize. Or just escape tunnel.
The music that you've been listening to is growing louder.
As she's digging.
Yep.
Perhaps what she is digging up is causing the music?
And
You
all of a
hear in
sudden
your
the
head.
music stops.
Did she stop digging?
Yes.
Seraphina?
Simon takes his hand.
Is everything okay?
She like runs back and she's like walking on her hind legs
It's amazing.
and carrying in her front paws. She's got this like. It can only be described as a hurdy-gurdy, like a musical instrument
nice.
that's
Hurdy-gurdy.
is no longer playing, but it's like this long. It's beautiful. It's made of this like elegant dark wood. It's got like beautiful strings, like gold and silver filigree handles on it.
Damn.
What's a dirty 30?
Dirty 30.
What was
It's a hurdy-gurdy.
Dirty, dirty.
I still don't know what you're saying.
She walks up to you, Arkner, and lays it down at your feet. As an apology for stealing from you.
Herdy?
Is that okay?
Hurdy-gurdy.
Are we all
Yeah.
cool? Is it all good? You trust me now? I'm giving you one of my valuable trinkets.
Oh,
He like
Picking it
sits
up,
down
yeah.
and starts pouting a little bit.
you do not need to give us anything. An apology is fine. No!
Would gladly take this.
No!
Smack his hand down.
I've
This is
already
yours.
taken it.
Oh! It's not nice to take things from others. You too.
It is kind to accept gifts.
You're the worst.
So, anyway, yeah, there's these bad people that come from the Fey Realm, and they just want to stop people from really having fun. They kind of want to hurt people who are having too much fun, and they're very mischievous, but also very cruel and uncaring, and they don't really care about the beauty of things. They just care about things being chaotic and free. And
Are you saying that they're destroying the beauty of these woods?
Poku.
yes,
Oh!
They're the ones who ruined this shrine?
they brought something with them, some sort of strange crystal, and they threw it into the waters. And ever since then, I haven't been able to go back, and none of my friends have been able to come and visit, and everything just seems like it's fading.
How many of them are there?
Oh, there were only like 2 or 3 of them. They left a long time ago, but they left behind this thing, and I can't bring myself to even get close to it.
Why?
It repels me.
What do you feel when you're close to it?
Fear. And it reminds me of the darker side of, well, people and me, and things that I've done in the past, and things that I might do in the future, and things that have not gone so well for me, and things
Okay. Everybody just relax.
Come to pass.
Look, I know we just met and you probably don't know me, but I wasn't lying when I said this is part of my woods. And if you're saying there's people that are destroying the beauty of it, well, then I will make sure I put an end to it. I will take care of whatever evil is at your shrine. but I do not remember the way.
I can lead you there.
That would be great. Would any of my newfound friends be accompanying me?
Yeah.
He just like gets down on all fours and like begins to slowly start walking into the woods.
Oh. Is there any other evil things we should be aware of? And please tell your spirit friends to stop tying our shoes.
The otter is Galadriel.
They're just having a little bit of fun. They don't mean any harm.
But my friend is already creeped out and he is getting his tripping and on his shoelaces.
If they tried to do that at night, I would be more scared. And then she just begins to walk deeper into the woods.
That's reassuring.
She's leading the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Poku like nuzzles in a little bit closer.
I guess we follow her.
I am.
It didn't sound too good. There's evil in here. Be alert.
Great, something to hit.
As you picked up this hurdy-gurdy, you just heard in your head the song that was playing throughout that you were listening to. None of the rest of you can hear it.
Oh, I hear it as I pick it up.
You heard it as you picked it up, and almost as you're holding it, as you like put it away, it seems to fade a little bit in your head, but it's always there, a little bit in the back of your mind. None of the rest of you hear it anymore. As you step forward, make your way into these woods, heading towards this shrine. It's probably a good spot to wrap up the session.
Oh god.
Man.
Face shit.
I love it.
No, it's so powerful and scary.
Hurdy-gurdy.
Goddamn.
Gonna nickname the dirty
Okay,
hurdy.
Serafina will lead us to the promised land.
Yeah, I believe in Serafina.
Yeah.
Alright.
Perfectly innocent.
Hey, learn what
She's
a hurdy-gurdy
perfectly
was.
splendid.
If you guys see, you guys have watched, Guardians 3?
Yeah, it reminds me of the otter in that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rocket's friend.
Aw.
Yeah. Till she gets.
What was her
no,
name?
spoilers.
Lila.
Lila.
Yeah.
Lila.
Oh.
Is T fear?
Maybe.
One day.
Alright. Until
Thanks a lot for
next
joining
time.
us. See you next time.
Bye.
Yeah.